That is going to close the gap between you and what you want very, very fast. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to make him marry you using my long game technique.
That's easy.
Hey guys, you're going to find that there is a lot of tips in this video, but watch until the very end to find out the #1 mistake that everybody makes so that you don't make it.
In this video, I'm going to share with you guys a way that you can manifest what you want much, much faster. I'm going to explain exactly how that is and the mechanics and why and what you need to do. So make sure that you watch all the way until the end so that you get all the information, you know exactly how to apply this technique in your life. This is going to be all about getting married fast, like manifesting marriage as quickly as you possibly can manifest it, which, by the way, is not determined by any circumstances whatsoever. It literally does not matter what is going on, what he thinks, what he said, what you did, what you said, what anybody else says, thinks, or does. It's literally the only thing between you and getting what you want, and the time involved in that is how long it takes you to change your mind about it. You're literally creating a completely different reality with no connection to this one whatsoever. When I first go over this with you guys, you might think that I'm actually adding time because this technique is what I call the long game technique. But vibrationally speaking, when you do this, it closes the gap much faster, and I'm going to explain why. Before we get started, I just want to ask you guys, make sure that you subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the bell button when you subscribe so that you know when I'm coming out with more content like this. And if you are in need of a support system where you can get a lot more information, a lot more in depth, and get that support that you want, you know, chat with people just like you, exchange ideas and information, join my coaching group. I have it already set up for you guys. There is so much content and everything there waiting for you. So that's going to be in the pinned comment below. If you want to manifest something, you have to feel like you have it now. So how do you feel like you have it now? If you look at the living in the end technique, that technique takes you to a place that you perceive to be in your future, and it brings you there now. It takes you to your future now. Here's the thing that happens sometimes when we're trying to apply manifesting techniques that actually slows us down. We're not actually reaching the feeling of being over there now. We're feeling like we want to be over there now, and we're not. That's what most people are doing. They just like, you know, when you're trying to manifest, you first start trying to manifest, what a lot of people do is they become more aware of what they want, more acutely aware of what they want. And they keep practicing being more acutely aware of what they want. But they never get to the point of actually feeling the attainment of what they actually want. With this technique, I'm going to show you guys how to feel that you already have it right now and how to relax into it instead of feeling like there's something that you have to do to make this happen, which is not true. There's nothing that you have to do to make it happen besides settle into the fact that you already know that it's done, right? Believe. That's really the only work that there is to do. And it's not work. If it's work, you're doing it wrong. It should be, you know, the feeling of belief is very blissful. The feeling of knowing that you have something is delightful and exciting and encouraging, and you look forward to moving towards it every step of the way. So it should feel more like that, not like, how do I make this happen? When you know that it's already done, there's no feeling of, how do I make this happen? You don't say that, you don't think that to yourself. So applying this long game technique that I'm going to tell you about is going to help you settle into it and know it instead of feeling like you have to make it happen. Here's what I do, and this has worked for a lot of things, and it pretty much works for everything. I will, if I want something, right, let's say that I want to manifest marriage with a specific person, or with a person of my choosing, or with a person that I'm creating out of thin air. It doesn't matter which one that you're doing. I'll be able to say to myself, because you have to be able to say something to yourself that you believe. You have to start with something that you believe. So I will start with this, and I'll be like, you know what? I know that in my lifetime, I can achieve that. Now, we're just starting with this because it's easy for you to believe. Do you believe that in your lifetime you can achieve this, that you can manifest this before you die, basically? And the point is just to release urgency and resistance and insistence. That's very important. I will, yes, say to myself, I can't imagine having that in my lifetime. I can believe that I will attain it in my lifetime. I can believe that I'll get married to this specific person at some point in my life. I can believe that I will have a marriage like the one that I want, like the specific marriage that I want at some point in my life. I can believe that I'll have this relationship at some point in my life. Okay, so I know this is about manifesting marriage fast, but don't worry, we're gonna get there. All you have to do is be able to feel the feeling with absolute believability that I will obtain this. I'm sure that I will have that. The feeling of you settling into knowing that you will obtain something, that is living in the end. Even though you've said, like you've added time, because you're saying like sometime in my lifetime I will get this, right? So you added time. But at the same time, you are believing in it now. Literally, when you feel that tension dissipate, when you feel the feeling of relief that comes with that, you're feeling it and experiencing it now, the attainment of it now. You're feeling the already doneness of it now. That is where you want to be. So, this is infinitely better, like eons better, than you turning every corner wondering what you need to do to get closer to that thing. That's the worst thing that you can do, and that's what a lot of people are trying to do, especially when you have a sense of urgency because you want to make it happen fast because you really don't believe that you really have it now. And so just by believing that you're going to have it at all and settling into that, you've immensely improved your alignment, your vibration, your belief, your faith. You've settled, you're relaxed, you're peaceful, all things that are aligned with you actually attaining the end that you wish for. If you can release all of your tension, all of your urgency, all of your doubts and your fears and you're worrying about it and everything that comes up to poke at you, you're in your end. And when you're in your end, it doesn't really matter that you've put time between you and it, because you're actually experiencing the feeling of having this now. Here's the next thing that happens is once you've been able to achieve this, that, okay, I can believe that at some point in my lifetime I'm gonna have this. Can you believe that you're gonna have it at all in your lifetime? Yes, okay. Once you can get there, now there is an idea of a systematic plan that you will accomplish to get there. You gotta have some sort of systematic plan that you know, if I just go in this direction, I will get this thing. And so for you, because you're into manifesting, that systematic plan can be, I know that I will get it in my lifetime because I am never going to stop learning about how to manifest this. And so if I never stop learning how to manifest this, it's inevitable that I will create it over my lifetime. It will definitely happen. And the key here is that there's no urgency involved. You're not trying to manifest it in 1 month, in 3 months, in 1 year. You just know that you're going to get it because you're going to play the long game and you're going to keep going towards that, even if it's one step at a time. You're going to be making progress towards it, and you know that. And that progress is never going to stop because you are never going to stop, because you are playing the long game. So this is very logical and believable for anyone, no matter where you are.
Okay, I just feel like I have to clarify something for you guys because I want to make sure that when I say you need to have a logical plan of what you're going to do, I want to make sure that you're not thinking that this is something that you need to do physically, like call them or get them to unblock you or go to their house or anything like that. I'm not talking about taking any kind of physical action I'm not even talking about you having to figure out anything to do. I've already given you the plan as far as what that criteria is for your long-term plan of what you're going to do and why that makes sense for you. So to stick with the plan that I have given you, you don't have to figure out anything to do on your own, okay?
So the third piece of this is that you make sure that you are following your plan every single day. You're just putting one foot in front of the other. You don't have to do a lot. This is not like you're trying to lose 100 pounds in 3 days. It's nothing like that. You don't have to work out in the gym for 2 hours a day and go on this crash diet. That is never gonna work because you're not playing the long game when you're doing that kind of stuff. You don't have to binge watch my channel. You can if you want to, as long as it feels good. You don't have to desperately search and desperately try to obtain something that you know that you don't have because you're making up for a lack that you're aware of. You know what I'm saying? You're going to create steps that you do every single day that are manageable and sustainable. And every single day that you're doing these manageable and sustainable actions towards your goal, even if that's vibrational actions, right? Even if it's just brushing up on your techniques, continuing to, let's say that you join the coaching group and every day you watch a video, right, in the coaching group. Every day you follow the homework. Every day you get involved and you just make sure that you're feeling a little bit better every day, or just reinforcing every day, putting it on your mind every day, setting yourself right every day. One small step that you're doing every day. And that's going to equate to you just reinforcing that I know that I'm going to have this in my lifetime because I am making consistent movements towards this, and so obviously I'm going to manifest it at some point, right? And so as you have this plan and you execute your plan in a manageable and in a way that you're able to sustain, every day that you do that, you're going to feel more confident and more relaxed and more sure and more certain about the achievement of what you want. And I know that this sounds like it's taking longer, but it's not, because some people are never able to drop the urgency and the desire and the pain and the sadness and the sad stories. And they keep doing that hamster wheel that keeps them in lack and keeps them not married for a long time. I'm talking years and years and years. People might stay in this agonizing state of disbelief regarding their marriage situation. I mean, I've seen it so many times. You might be one of those people. If you're playing this long game and you drop all of that now and you start feeling confident, secure, you're certain, you're sure, you have a plan, you're just calm, which is all the things that you would feel if you had it. That is going to close the gap between you and what you want very, very fast. And then you're going to start to allow the things that you want to come, like a marriage proposal, like marriage, like the honeymoon, like the whole shabam. You're going to start to allow that to come to you faster, just as fast as you released all of your doubts and worries and tensions. You're going to allow this to come to you. Now, the last piece is this, and I'm able to offer this to you because I have a lot of experience with this, a whole lot of experience with this, and I've worked with so many people, and I've been studying this for over 14 years, and I know what comes up for people, so I'm going to share this with you. So what happens to people is they'll become aligned, just like I said. They're doing the long game, they're aligned, and so they've improved a lot, but you're still holding it away from yourself because you believe exactly this. You're like, I'm doing better, and I'm doing the techniques, and I'm feeling it, and I'm feeling better, blah, blah, blah. They acknowledge that they feel better. They acknowledge that they're working in the right direction. They acknowledge they're doing something good for manifesting this thing. but there's still this awareness that they don't have it and that their person is over there doing things that they don't want. They're not over here married to them and they haven't proposed yet. That very awareness is the opposite of living in the end. And it's so sneaky because it's kind of like you barely notice it. It's in the back of your mind, right? It's like it just slips by your awareness, but they're doing this. And so the thing about living in the end and this long game is basically like you achieving a living in the end state. But that living in the end state cannot have gaps in it. You can't be like, yeah, I'm doing this and I'm feeling better, but it's still not here. Still not here. Still not here. You know, counting the days, looking at still not here. You can't be doing that. You literally, if you want to close the gap, you literally, when you feel better, you have to take this farther. And you have to feel what it feels like to be that person who is already married to the person that you want in the way that you want. You have to feel like that all the time, every day. And you're going to become so confident that instead of noticing that it hasn't happened yet, you're going to know that it is going to happen. And you're not going to think that it's going to take forever to do. You're going to already feel confident like that person who has that, and it's going to feel good and exciting and giddy for you. So make sure that you are doing that last step if you want fast results with manifesting your specific person. So if you like this, that means that you should press the like button and subscribe and hit that bell when you subscribe so that you know when I'm coming out with more videos like this. For the next 4 weeks, I'm going to have a getting married to him theme. Okay, and that's what we're going to be doing in my coaching group starting in a few weeks. We're gonna have a course on manifesting marriage. Now, right now I already have a course on manifesting consistent commitment. So if you want to like get on this train right now and manifest it right now, you can join the group and take that course. That link is going to be in the pinned comment below on manifesting consistent commitment, and that'll keep you busy until we get to the manifesting marriage course, which is going to be live on the weekends. I go live every single weekend in my coaching group, so you can get that reinforcement, that fresh content, and that confidence building content every single week, Sunday, 12 p.m. EST. So make sure you sign up at that link below. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video.
That was easy.